about these Deutz Fahr TTV tractors that I have downloaded. This is a mod that's available from modhub.us. They come in a pack. So what you have is you have the 5110, three different models. You've got the model with the arms, you've got the model without the arms, and then you have the crop wheels. I'm still not totally sure on what the crop wheels are, aside from maybe not killing the crops when you drive. If we look close, these have some real nice details on them. So you can see there close up, we got the Deutz Fahr labeling, the 110 TTV. Awesome look with the green. The interior looks real nice. You know, one thing that's wrong, I think, see these Deutz Fahr symbols on the wheel? I believe these are actually supposed to be green. And if you look on the crop wheels, he has it. But none of these other tractors do. I don't know if that's something that they're working on. Usually if something is white, it means that the color didn't come out the way it was supposed to, and it just defaults to white. So there may be a new version coming out, or maybe a version has come out since I made this video that fixes those. But you know what? This is a pretty good looking tractor, and it is. Now the only complaint that I have is that the color is a little bit off from the other Deutz Fahr tractor. If you look over there at that color, this one's a little bit greener. It's not a. It's kind of. It seems like it's missing a little bit of yellow in the pole. This is the 130 model. Now, the 130s are 130 horsepower, and the 110, of course, is 110. So you can pick. The prices are all pretty close, but see how this green is different than the other Deutz Fahr. So, and also the label is on the green rather than. But that's the way they are. I looked these up online. This is really what they look like. He did a real nice job, you know, changing over this stuff. So why am I not uber excited about this tractor? Well, first of all, let's go through the features. It has controls. Where's my? Oh, I turned all that off for a snapshot. It has the beacons. This is nice. The headlights are great. Look at that. Looks good. Flashers. This is where the flaw comes in, okay? I want you to look at this Hurley man, and we'll get to that in a minute, but you can see the taillights are the same. So it has in-game taillights. The cockpit is great. If you look around the cockpit, real clean. We've got the green key. Super nice Deutz Fahr symbol on the steering wheel. You know, nothing active, but it's good looking. It is a good looking tractor inside, so can't really fault it there. However, here's where the big problem comes in. Roll up on the Hurley man here. This is, I figured this out. I don't know if they're made in the same plant. They might be made in the same plant. The front's different, but this is the Hurley man. So all he did was change the front panel. In fact, you can even see kind of, if you look closely, that's masked on this one, but it's there still. And he did a good job. I mean, but the shapes are the same. So you can see here, he turned it into Deutz Fahr. He added the arms, and like I said, some of them don't have arms. So if you come over and look at this guy without the arms, it's just black there. That's nice. So he did replace that panel. But so once again, the color's off a hair, and it's an exact replica of this tractor, except for those little things. In fact, the cockpit is identical. But the colors, they changed the colors out, and he changed the logo on the steering wheel. So this was it was easy for them to convert this to this. But you can tell this is how I figured it out. So they're really close. Even in real life, they're very close, but the taillights are the same. Well, these are the taillights that are on the real 110 and 130, or 5110, 5130. They have the same taillights as this guy. So, but they're mounted up top. They're not what's the word I'm looking for? They're not melded into the plastic like this one is, or the carbon or metal or whatever that material is. They sit up on top like these do, but they're black plastic. So they're not this. So that's the only thing that gives it away that it actually is the Hurley man. But I have to wonder, looking at these online and looking at the Hurley man online, if this is not manufactured here, Hurleyman or Hurleyman or Hirleman or however you pronounce it, if they're not the same company. I kind of wonder, and I'm thinking that these may be the same manufacturer that makes this tractor versus that tractor. Now you look here, you can see there's some differences. I mean, it's pretty much the same though. But I love this tractor. This is a nice alternative for an arm tractor. It's between the sizes of the, if you look at our regular tractor selection, we have the Steer Multi. It's 110 or 114 horsepower, but it's a higher price at 105. And then you have the new Honda at 157, which is 160 horsepower. So you can bump up to 130 horsepower if we go into, oops. Wrong button. We'll get there. If I go into here, these are cheaper. So I can get 80,000 gets me one without the bars. But 83,000, I can get 110 horsepower. So same size as the Steer, a little bit less horsepower, 4 less horsepower, but it's $20,000 cheaper. And then if I want to go up to 130 horsepower, well, it's about the same price as the Steer. It's actually a little teeny bit cheaper than the Steer, but I get an additional 15 or 16 horsepower on this tractor. So I think that that's worthwhile. Now, because they are pretty much the Hurleyman tractor, or Hurleyman, I'm sorry, this is probably driving somebody that knows the name is probably going, huh, it's Hurleyman. They're probably going nuts hearing me say that name wrong. Oh, hold on. All right, so we're going to do a little lifting test here. Just to show you that it works. Get these tires up from our Kirovitz review. Yeah, muscles. Now, so this tractor gets dirty just like any other tractor in the game. I don't have a dirty model to show you yet, but we can make one. I'm going to go out there and I'll run this with the seeder and get it all dirty. In fact, I'll take one of the 130 ones. This is the 110, I think. So, yeah, but I mean, it's got plenty of oomph. I don't have a weight on the back. If I lift it up high enough, I could probably get myself to tip over. There we go. But yeah, I mean, it's got plenty of power to pick stuff up and plenty of weight to keep itself from flipping over. We'll grab the crop wheels dude here. It's such a weird looking thing. I know they use these. It just looks wimpy. Sorry. Wimpy. All right, so let's see here. P. And we're gonna buy a seeder. Now, this is going to be a large seeder for this tractor because this only has 110 horsepower, so this is really going to put it to the test as far as its ability to pull. If you could pull this, and I have my doubts, I think we're probably going to stall out because we are at least 50 horsepower short of what we're supposed to have to pull this seeder, but we'll see. Maybe you can do it. I don't know if those are just manufacturer suggestions or but we shall find out. Do it. Oh man, he's doing it. Cool. So it's got some pull. Look at that. All right, so we'll let this guy run for a little while, and we'll let him get dirty, and doing our little pull test here. So obviously it has enough horsepower to pull a seeder that's rated much higher than itself uphill, and that's good news. It's a good alternative tractor. So we have run the wheels off of our 110 with the crop wheels, and you can see here it's nice and dirty. I think that's about as dirty as this thing gets, but looks good, doesn't it? And it's a dirty little tractor, dirty little Deutz Fahr, and it looks nice. It's not silly looking textures. It's like all the other tractor textures in the game. It looks muddy just like the rest. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review and found it useful. Once again, we'll take a quick look in the store to kind of wrap it up. So once again, you're looking at the price range anywhere from 80,000 up to 103,000 with varying horsepower models. I would say probably your best bang for your buck is going to be obviously the 5130 with the front loader arms. But, you know, if you're being cheap, you can always go this route. Now, it doesn't really get you anything that some of the other tractors don't get at the same level, but it still has 110 horsepower. And if you're a Deutz Fahr fanatic, it's a good way to get another Deutz Fahr at a lower price. Once again, though, I wish the color was right, and I find that with a lot of these mod tractors, the color is off just a hair. But, you know, still looks good. It's a good-looking tractor. I am impressed with it. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you out in the fields.